Hello and welcome back to race day vlog 3. Today I'm going up to the Yorkshire Points cyclocross race up at Temple Newsam. I didn't do the Notts and Derby race yesterday because I was on my way back from France. I've been shooting over there with work for a week, so it wasn't very sensible for me to go straight into a race, so I wanted to have yesterday as a bit of a chill day. I went for a nice spin. So today we're going to Yorkshire, and in the spirit of Yorkshire, it is absolutely pouring with rain. So I think today's going to be the first really muddy race by the looks of it. Let's see what happens today. Sign on was a success, so I've got my number. I don't know what time it is now, I think it's about 10:30. My race is in 2 hours. I sort of need to go and ride the course, so I think I'm going to get changed now, then go and have a little ride of the course when I can. Then we'll do a warm-up and then we will race. Might go and have a bit of rice pudding, pre-race rice pudding as always, and then we'll yeah, get changed and go and have a look at the course. Can confirm mud. It's actually a very good course, but mega sloggy. So there's probably going to be some bike changes, and I think it's just going to be a case of brute strength pushing up some of these hills. I'm going to go and sign on properly now because it's 11:30, and then I will do a bit of a warm-up. Everyone's taking stuff down to the pits, so I'm waiting here. It's also still raining, which is fine, we're okay with the rain. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this race. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really hard, but I'm really looking forward to it. That was the hardest thing I have ever done. Oh my goodness, we changed every lap. I didn't expect the bikes to get as clogged up as that, but I should have changed every half lap, to be honest, because it was so clogged up. I literally could not turn the wheel. I've never run with a bike so much. It was so heavy with all the mud. It was absolutely brutal. It was really good, and we had a absolutely spot on pit crew. I almost quit on the second lap because I couldn't turn the wheels because my bike was so full of mud, so I couldn't turn the wheels. So just almost quit because I had to run half a lap. Another one ticked off. This no pins thing, absolutely rubbish. It fell down so many times, absolute waste of money, unfortunately. And it's a small, so I mean maybe they do extra smalls, but I won't be using that again because it was round my wrist most of the time, so a rubbish number holder. So I might see if we can get an extra small, but if not, I'm just going to have to deal with paper clips. So now I'm just going to clean off all of this mud and get dry. It is Monday morning now and I am back at work, so I just wanted to come on here and do a bit of a debrief on yesterday's race and sort of round up the video. Yesterday's race was so tough. Mentally was just as much of a battle as physically. I couldn't get my head into it yesterday. It definitely felt like the course beat me at many points. It was the first time that I've ever done a super muddy race. I thought last week was muddy, but I was changing bikes every single lap, and even that wasn't enough. I really could have done with changing every half lap. Halfway around the first lap, I had to stop in the woods and just claw out clumps of mud because my wheel just wouldn't turn. I couldn't move the pedals. There was so much mud, and I've never experienced that before, so it was a massive learning curve. Carrying the bike up the hill completely covered in mud was so heavy, and there was points where I was just walking with the bike because I couldn't make myself run. I just mentally had sort of just checked out of the race. But then third and fourth lap I sort of started to get into it a little bit more, but the second lap was awful. I lost my chain loads, and it was a big battle to not quit. Basically, I really wanted to just throw in the towel, but I thought to myself, you will regret it so much more if you give up now, because your bike isn't broken, there's nothing wrong with it, just push through. It doesn't matter about results, just do this for the experience. I needed to finish it to tell myself that I can finish it. So it was tough, it was really tough. Last week's race I finished on a high, and this week's race was definitely more of a finish on a that could have been much better, but it could have been worse. People were ripping necks left, right and centre because it was so muddy. No bikes were harmed in the making of my race yesterday. Confidence wise it was a bit of a struggle, but I think it was more of a kick up the arse for learning to run. I am definitely going to have to try running now. I really hate running. This weekend's races, I am doing a double weekend. I'm going to do the Notts and Derby at Bingham, and I'm also going to go and do the Yorkshire points at Skipton. So I just wanted to say, hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe. I have an Instagram, which is Ellie Cycles, and a Facebook page and a Twitter, which you can keep up to date with me on there. Hope you enjoyed this one, and hopefully I will see you in next week's video.